Sorry, I just wanted to do that. Welcome back, guys. IRL with Ellie and Ross and Daisy.
Certainly is.
As you guys know, we are big advocates for taking care of our mental and physical health, and we are also huge supporters for Australia Zoo and Wildlife Warriors.
Yes, we are.
So when we found out about High Vita Happy Energy, part of the Happy Saba group who donate 50% of their profits to causes like Wildlife Warriors, it really grabbed our attention.
High Vita is a natural herbal company, unlike synthetic supplements, sourcing the most premium single herbs from around the world and providing it to you in an easy-to-swallow vegan capsule. We're both all about wellness and living active lifestyles, so adding High Vita to our daily routine was such a great move. Bit of a game changer, really.
It was.
We love the High Vita team's happy energy ethos. Their business model is more about social profits with a culture driven by their 3 Ps. Ellie, their 3 Ps.
Love for people, planet, and philanthropy.
Yes.
Not to mention, these guys are also Aussie-made, researched and come in only eco-friendly glass bottles. You can check out the full High Vita range exclusively at Chemist Warehouse, whether you shop, in-store, or online.
So if you're looking to level up your wellness game with a brand that's not only good for you but gives back to people, animals and the planet, High Vita Happy Energy is where it's at.
And of course, always read the label and follow the directions for use.
You're right.
I'm so sorry. And it actually made me laugh more than I thought it was going to. Do you remember after my birthday and we were in the car park? And there was these, we actually got to the car and there were these other like young girls getting in their car after being out all night. And I just go to them, I'm like, hee hee.
Loud.
And one girl looks at me and she clocks it and she's like, hee hee. And like we just kept going.
And that went on for about 10 minutes while they were exiting the multi-story car park.
Literally just screaming hee hee out the window. I'm like, this is girlhood. This is the moment.
Gold.
But today we're talking about a couple of different things. Actually, it's a bit of a mixed bag.
Yeah, mixed bag.
Bit of growth, grief, big projects, things happening, big feelings, and talking about our little 3K running challenge that we're doing this month.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
You look amazing. I really like this outfit, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
It's a really nice fit.
Do you know what's really funny? I wore my hair how you really love it on our wedding.
Yeah.
On a vow renewal.
Yeah.
I made sure I had a side part.
A side part.
Yeah.
Like
I changed my hair. I changed my hair around for you.
Yeah.
But actually, Loki, really love it right now. So thank you. I love it when you said that I look nice.
You do.
It's always nice after 16 years, you know.
You always look nice.
Doing most. You don't say that I look nice though. You're being polite. No, like it's a bit more graphic than that. It's not. You look nice. That's always. You know what I mean? A little bit dirty. He's a dirty birdie.
What?
But yeah. I'm sorry. This is actually the most fucking random start to our podcast ever. Yeah.
What a start to a year. You've already done a surprise wedding, a vow renewal.
Yes.
You've got a few things. You've got a few projects coming up.
Yeah, I do.
Which is exciting. So do I. But yours are very public. Mine are not.
Yeah.
And we're doing a run challenge. We've done a run challenge before.
Yeah, we've done a half marathon in Hawaii. We've done running challenges for like a month, 5K, 3K, a bunch of different ones. And now the weather's actually getting a bit cooler. We are doing a 3K challenge, or 3 to 5K, so whatever we kind of feel like.
Yeah.
It was very ambitious for me to start the day before my period, though. Literally luteal phase. No, don't shake your head because you will never understand, Ross. I'm not even kidding. You will never understand. Are you okay? Ross, oh my God. Ross has just spilt his drink all over the floor. Sorry.
No, you're right. I probably won't understand.
Clean that up later.
I probably won't understand.
No, I don't think men understand how difficult it is, and we shouldn't even really be doing much when we have our period anyway. I think our naturopath, Matt, has told us a lot about training on periods and that it's actually kind of like detrimental to your growth and like your physicality.
It'd be great to have Matt on because he was talking about I've always described him as like Doc Brown from Back to the Future. He's like the crazy but to do with the body.
We've worked with Matt for like 14 years. Long
He's
time.
Awesome. He's a very intelligent
smart
guy.
Very talented.
Yeah,
he actually created me a supplement to fix my periods.
Yeah.
And it did. It fixed my periods.
Yeah.
It's unreal. But I mean, running like setting a run challenge like the day before you get your period. you have lower back pain, boob pain, bloating. You actually genuinely do not feel. Don't sigh and like look at me like that. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna mark my words. I am going to do like a test on you to make you feel like how women feel on their periods.
Do it. I'll probably run I'll probably run a full marathon.
No, you can't.
I'll work out the minute of my period. What are you going to do?
Tired.
Run a marathon.
It makes us tired, but anyway.
And I'm going to finish off with an Ironman in the afternoon.
You're the biggest
Just
idiot.
to show that you chicks don't know how to feel pain.
You would literally feel so bad if you really
I reckon it's probably like a minor earache. Girls getting their period is like,
Jacob,
it's like you get like a tiny little earache.
You would know this, right? You have sisters. Not you, like personally. Obviously, you don't get your period because you're a man.
Ellie trying to rope in other people?
Anyway, no, I know that you know how tough I have it on my period sometimes.
I know how tough you appear to have it. Honestly,
Ross,
when we went on that run and you stopped, I was like, what are you doing? We're running 3Ks.
No, Ross,
someone like 200 kilos could probably roll further than that.
When we have Matt on this podcast and he talks about, he can describe it to you and then you'll feel really bad and really sorry
it's
for
like
saying
a severe earache, Ross.
No, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Anyway.
I'm not an idiot.
What?
I'm not an idiot. It's not very nice.
Well, it's not very nice to downplay how women feel in their periods.
I'm not. I'm just making fun of it. I don't understand. I will never know, but I can make fun of it.
80%, 87% to be exact of our audience is women.
Wow.
So you just shut your mouth. Everyone who's listening to this, can you please leave us how you feel in your periods on this comment section of the podcast.
And the 13% of you
and Ross can read it all.
Just reply to each one of them.
Oh, shut up.
And just maybe have you tried Panadol? I'm joking. I'm joking.
I'm going to go and smother you with a pillow when we get home tonight when you're sleeping. No, I'm joking. I would never.
So tell us
I would never admit to that publicly.
That would actually be incriminating. Pull this up and I'm going to admit this in evidence.
Okay, kidding, but not.
So anyway, we are starting a run. You started. We both started that yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. Yep, just a bit of fun. It's getting cooler. And
it's not fun though, is it? Running sucks.
I used to be a sprinter at school. I was a champion sprinter, actually. Bit of trivia for you all listening.
Did you get a participation certificate?
No, I'm actually pretty sure I still hold the record at the school for the 100 meters for my age group.
For what year?
I don't know. I was like 16, 15.
So year 10 or 11 or something?
Literally, like Speedy Gonzalez. That was my name at school.
Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Aye. Here she comes.
You didn't even see her because she was so fast.
When is Ellie running? She already did run. Zoom. She's gone. That was you?
That was me.
Just
literally.
running? Just sprinting?
Yep, just sprinting 100 meters. That was my specialty. And then I would be like the end person at the relay who would finish the race because I was the fastest. Don't want to brag, but I was pretty good.
Is that why you continued doing it?
No, I stopped because I didn't want to get.
I didn't want to get too good.
My model agent was like, "You need to not sprint anymore." But the only thing that was motivating me was there was this one Italian girl who was literally. She was definitely 34 years old. There's no way she was like 15, 16 years old. She looked like a 34-year-old Italian girl. She was like twice the size of me, and every time she would like pick me at the post, every single race. Regionals, states, everything. Like she would literally like kick my ass at the end. So I trained really hard for 6 months, wiped her out in a race. And then I think it was to go somewhere really serious. And then I just ended up saying to my trainer, I was like, I don't want to go because I don't want to do this anymore. And he's like, what do you mean? We've been training for 6 months. And I was like, yeah, it was just to beat that girl. And now I'm over it.
I've checked her off the list.
Literally, I'm checked out. I'm done. So I stopped sprinting. And then also at the time, my agent, at the modeling agency that I was doing stuff with, she was like, look, sprinting is not good for your physique. You're going to get tree trunk legs, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, shit, don't want that. So I stopped sprinting. But sprinting is actually like really fucking good for your body. So that shows you how cracked out some model agents were 15 years ago. Probably still are. But yeah, like I was very good at sprinting, but long distance I suck at. So doing that half marathon.
Like running for 20 minutes straight. 20 minutes is like 3 to 4K.
Yeah.
30 minutes straight is 5, maybe 7K.
Yeah.
An hour, 10K. It sucks. Like when you're at the gym, you're at least doing like 8, 12 reps, breather.
Yeah.
Talk, whatever.
Yeah.
But running is just you got to have your head there. It's actually not. It's more mental, right?
Yeah.
I find it more mental than
You are
physical.
mental.
You are mental.
You are mental. No, it's actually also too. I don't want to like hop on about being on my period and stuff.
Yeah.
Or like about to get my period. But
same.
But like the way
Please don't.
hormonally,
You just said you don't want to. So
hormonally and emotionally, like how you feel, it's actually so hard to at that moment in your cycle to lock into being motivated and like not being frustrated, because sometimes you can just like fly off the handle at things and it'll just piss you off so much that you
So you admit you do fly off the handle with some things then?
Yeah, I do.
Ah!
Boy, you don't need to yell.
Record that. Oh, we are recording.
No, but I do. My
Save
patience becomes
timestamp that.
my patience just becomes shorter, and I think like it's really hard to
Your
get your head in the zone sometimes.
Kind of becomes non-existent. You know, like patience could probably be measured in like seconds, whereas like, you know, you do something that really frustrates me, wait 5 seconds and then you'll hear about it. Your patience becomes like inverted.
Yeah.
You actually say the problem before it even happens.
Yeah. I think that's sometimes when people see me lash out on Instagram and on my stories about someone saying something dumb, and I say something like, you got dropped on your head as a child and you cracked out.
Do you think a lot of those like not irresponsible, like just stupid comments, do you think that maybe they just haven't experienced like just some fucked up shit in their life? Like,
well, I feel like maybe yes and maybe no at the same time, because like maybe it's made them really cynical and hate life and hate people seeing people happy.
It's always interesting, like trying to understand where someone's got. Like this year, it's 10 years since your dad passed away.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah, it is.
10 years.
That's actually unreal to me. I know. Yeah. It's actually been like in the lead up, I've had like a lot of anxiety about it, to be honest. Like I've been thinking about it a lot. And when I realized that it was literally, it's been a decade, it's been 10 years.
It's crazy,
since he passed away. Like I just think, I'm like, oh my God, like how am I going to get through that day? And like I realize I don't want to get emotional. I'm about to get my period, so this is like the worst thing to talk about today.
All the excuses.
I know, so
blame everything on the period.
But like,
I
know it's going to be hard.
What do guys have? We go in and like give a bad interview or like have a shit. Oh, this is. What's our excuse? You guys is it's my parent.
No, but like I find sometimes it's really easy to talk about it.
I know it heightens your emotions.
Yeah, but like sometimes it's really easy for me to talk about it because I've spoken about it so much over the years. I've had so much therapy, and you know, I've done a lot of interviews where I've shared things and I've been really strong. And sometimes, like depending on how I'm feeling, it might be a good day, it might be a hard day. It's like hard to talk about, and I think that is grief. It like comes and goes in waves, and you don't get to a certain point in your life where you get over things, and it can be. I don't think your grief is ever complete. No. And I think that's probably the hardest thing to sort of go through, especially when you come to these milestones. It's like, it doesn't feel that long, but then I remember all the things that have happened since he died. And I'm like, he's been gone for so long. And I do feel him around me so much. And there's been instances where I have experienced, like we've spoken about with David the Medium, him being around me and being so present in my life as like energy. But yeah, it actually really rocks me that it's been that long that he's not been here and been by my side, you know? It's very confronting, and it gives me a lot of anxiety because it's like, oh my God, like am I remembering him in the right way? Am I keeping his memory alive? Like, you know, I second guess a lot of these things, and I don't second guess things in life with anything except for stuff to do with my dad.
If there was a lot's happened in 10 years for you. Is there a moment or a couple of moments that stick out in your mind where you were like, oh, I wish Dad was there for that, or I wish I could at least just have told him, or he found out about it? Are there any particular ones that are?
I'm just gonna fan this out. Yeah, a lot. Actually, a lot.
It's so annoying that we're next to an onion factory here. It's just worst studio placement ever, but
I'm not usually this emotional, but like I feel like it's just like, you know.
You're on your period, that's fine.
So, yeah.
It's fine. We could be talking about 5Ks and you'd still be crying.
I know.
No.
Because I hate running so much. Why am I laughing at crying though?
So is there a moment or a moment or two in the last 10 years that you would have either liked your dad at, or that you would have liked to have called him and been like, hey.
Yeah, like so much stuff over the years, like our wedding and like really big like milestone moments in my life, like career-wise. Like I know that he would be so proud of like the things that I achieved, and especially too since my whole life, teachers, people like agents, people that I've worked with have never told me that I was good enough. And I think that he was the first person he taught me my value. And I think he set the standard of the kind of man that I ended up with, because I ended up with somebody who does the same thing for me. You remind me of my value, and that's probably like the hardest thing to navigate in life is like I go through these moments and I'm like, I wish he was here because we were so close. And yeah, like I find it very hard to feel really happy about some things sometimes, and other times I'm like, I'm fine.
You just feel like a puzzle is like, when you finish your puzzle, it's like there's that one piece missing, maybe.
Yeah, that's exactly.
It's like it's like it's done. Where is that other piece?
Yeah, I kind of always feel like,
but it's lost. Like you can never find it. It actually is never going to be complete.
I always kind of feel like something's missing, and I don't get me wrong. Like I don't dwell on things in my life. I don't think like sit here and have regrets about things, because I know there's literally nothing that I could have done to change how things went. Like this is how the universe intended things to be, and I fully believe that. And I feel like it doesn't get easier, but you truly do get stronger, and you learn how to deal with things a little bit better. And I feel like you build on the loss, and it makes you feel very appreciative of the things that you do have and the places that you get to and things you experience and goals you achieve. But yeah, like I just wish so much that he was there for our wedding. I wish that, he was there to see all the things that I achieved that everyone said that I would never achieve. Like we were talking about some teachers that I had at high school who literally made my life hell, and they were awful to me. And I still to this day remember I would dread walking into the door because I knew she would send me to the office for something, or, it was this particular teacher that I had in grade 7 or 8, and she was just horrific to me. And I think one day she actually said to me that I would never be anyone or do anything because I was me. So yeah, he was one of the first people that taught me my value, and never to take any shit from anyone, because it was their own stuff that they have to work on, and it's got nothing to do with me unless I do something intentionally to upset them, then apologize. But but yeah, like there's just so many things. Even when like a Ridley Scott alien movie comes out, I'm always like, oh, like we used to watch those together since I was like 7 years old, and things like that happen. It actually, I know it sounds so weird, an alien movie with your dad, but like we used to love doing that together.
Yeah.
We'd watch those movies over like a million times. I still watch them, and I think it's like a comfort watch. But
we watched Romulus the other night, right?
Yeah, and I think of him all the time. So.
Yeah, and I know when we were watching Romulus, I was like, if you could do anything to just be watching this with your dad right now, you would do it.
Yeah, and I do think, I wish I wasn't so emotional filming this today. Yeah, like I think things like this, you can take it one or two ways. It can harm you, or it can make your life better, and it can make you a more empathetic and caring person for other people. And that's something that, like, even when people are like, oh, like we were talking about the wedding, it's like, why would you do that 2 years after? I'm like, why wouldn't I do that for the man that literally makes me feel like a princess every day for the last like 16 years? Why the hell wouldn't I make him feel so special and do something so elaborate and crazy for him? Like,
do you think a lot of the way that like that we do life now, do you think that would do you reckon that would be how different do you think that would be if we weren't, you know, thinking about your dad 10 years after his passing this year, you know, if he was still here? Do you think there would be like quite a few different experiences in our life that we maybe, you know, we treated differently because of it?
Yeah, totally. I think I valued things like materialistic things a lot more before he passed away. And I think it taught me the importance of creating memories and not caring about just stupid, dramatic drama shit all the time. Yeah, like just not stressing about things in life that don't need to be stressed about, because there are just so many other things going on that, you know, you could be focusing on and appreciating. But yeah, I think that's why I love creating memories and moments, because they're the things that you look back on when you're like 100 years old. Hopefully I get to 100 when I die. Don't know about you. Who's going to go first?
Definitely me.
We were actually joking about this the other day when I was saying to Ross, I was like, look, if I go first, I literally showed you a photo of that Snow White glass coffin. Yeah. And I was like, if I die before you, can you tell Alicia that I want these flowers? I want this glass coffin. I want Alex and Haddam to do my hair and makeup. I'm going to like write a funeral plan in place. Like, this is what isn't that so morbid?
Yeah. I'm going to call Alicia. Alicia's going to call. Alicia didn't call me. She's going to call me. How are you doing? I know Ellie's gone, and you know it's tragic. You know, blah blah blah.
Oh yeah, because
actually, by the way, got a last request actually of Ellie's. Can you do her funeral?
Can the Blossom Tree Company do her flowers? And can Emily Bakes make her a cake? Can we bring her coffin in on horseback actually?
Yeah. Hey Alex. Normally you deal with living people that you put makeup. I spoke to
Alex about that.
She would put makeup on you?
Yeah, I spoke to her about that. I was like, if I die, can you do my glam?
She said yes?
Yeah.
Well, you're not going to know if she lies, so you can't call her on it.
Because, like, you know.
She's like, yeah.
You just never know when your time
Yeah, of course, babe. Of course.
No, she would.
You literally rock up. You rock up to your own funeral, no tan, no makeup.
I would die. I would fucking oh my God.
Well, you'd already be dead. What do you mean?
I would die
You're
again. I'd like wake up and be like, the fuck? What? You guys are burying me like this? Patchy tan? No, like bad glam, bad hair? Absolutely not. Like literally, like if I die,
do you want an open coffin?
Yeah, I better look more beautiful than like in my entire life on that day than ever.
That's big.
For real. I don't care what you need, what skin you need to hook on the side to give me a facelift because how old I am. Exactly. Yeah. That's the moment. Like if my nose grows bigger, as people say in time, grows bigger when you get older, give me a nose job. Nice. I don't care. Just like put some makeup on it. I better be dead looking more beautiful than I have ever in my entire life. Yeah. So no pressure, Alicia. No pressure, Alex. No pressure, Ross.
When she's dead, let's all get together and plan a funeral.
I'm going out with a fucking bang. I better have some like couture dress on. Like just literally just like this.
Gone. Like honestly. When I'm gone.
And just like you know how people you can make glass boxes that you like mummify people in and they don't age. It's like they're dead but they don't age. They don't like what's the word?
Mummification?
Yeah, mummification, but like put me in a glass box so like I literally just you could put me in the house and I could just look beautiful forever. Like Snow White.
Yeah, just want a dead chick there looking hot as. So good.
You can make like a big memorial feature for me somewhere and just like, you know, how cool would that be if you could go and see someone like Marilyn Monroe? I'm not like comparing myself to Marilyn Monroe, like different icons. Definitely. You know, me and Marilyn, but shut up, Jacob. You're fucking sitting in the corner laughing.
Different vintage.
Yeah, just different age icons, you know. But all I'm saying is, you know, just
put me in a glass coffin.
Just make it big. Make it big energy. That's what I'm saying. Vibe, slay. I just want people to go and have a good time and just be
what would you want people to wear at your wedding?
At my funeral, you mean?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Funeral shit. Because everyone
black because you should be in mourning that I'm
black?
dead.
Yeah.
Period.
So
like
black?
you should. Yeah, it should be the saddest day of your life. Yeah, veils even because people's makeup is running so hard from crying so bad.
So black.
That's why I just that's just my last request. I just hope it I go out with a bang. Give me fireworks. Like make it like a wedding except I'm dead.
Yeah.
Put me in the glass box and everyone can dance around me.
And you're just there like a bat.
Literally, just like a vampire. Just
She's
like
dead.
Nosferatu, but prettier. Okay, that's enough on funeral planning. It's really morbid. I can't believe we just got so like off topic here with talking about my funeral planning when we're talking about my dead dad.
Wow.
But yeah,
we should recategorize this podcast.
Nosferatu, but prettier. That's going to be the caption of. But that's going to be the caption of this episode. But I mean, going so rogue, and we're going back to another sad conversation. But this is so dark.
But shit happens.
Like your experience, like you were very close to my dad as well. You were like more of a son to him than his actual son was. No hate, no shade, but I'm just here to tell the truth, and we're not. What do they say? Dance around the bush.
Dance around the dead person in the glass coffin.
Yeah, yeah. No, what is beat around the bush? That's
beat around the bush.
Wait, wow. Do you reckon that actually means like people like beating themselves off around a bush? Do you reckon that's why people say beat around the bush?
I reckon like 100 years ago,
beating themselves off.
Some dude got caught beating off from behind a bush, and everyone was like,
don't beat around the bush.
No, I was beating off of the bush. That's not a bad. What did you just say?
Yeah, beat around the bush.
That's not a bad. Yeah, I want to coin that.
This is oh my god, I can't believe how. Yeah, this is a funny conversation. Anyway, back to a more serious topic of conversation.
Do you want to have a sip of your drink?
Yeah. No, like, you were definitely more of a son to my dad than his actual son. You guys were very close. You had a great, beautiful relationship. Sometimes like strained in the beginning because he was very protective of me, his firstborn daughter, favorite child, as David the medium said, and I quote, and that's I'm not bragging.
Not your words, it's his, factual.
It's just a humble.
And he took those words out of your dead dad's mouth.
Exactly.
When he spoke to him.
Thanks, David.
Yup.
Quote. Yeah, I'm just speaking facts here today. This is fact-based conversation.
In quotations. Ellie Gonzalez is my favorite daughter.
How cool is that?
In quotation marks, Ricky
my dad
Bobby.
came back from the dead to tell me that I was his favorite child. That's really nice. Thanks, Dad.
He could have told us the fucking lottery numbers.
Yeah, that would actually be really nice.
The lottery numbers?
Anyway.
Wait, mate, here's like a win at 50 mil. Like, I reckon you'll look after my daughter really good if I give you these lottery numbers rather than
you
just
really look after me so good, Bears. But anyway.
But if you're listening, Rick, can you just let us know?
Drop some hints. Drop some clues. I don't know, get Daisy to put a
let us
paw
know
on
when
like
you go
a
to
number.
the cast for a good run at the blackjack.
Yeah.
Like,
anyway. So, I mean, like you guys were very close. So I think, this is it's just as much of a hard moment or time for you than it is as me as well. But
no, nowhere near. No, I like.
Do you not think like?
Not really. Like I don't know. Like
that's nice. Thanks.
Well, no, it's still.
He's definitely not going to give us lotto numbers now.
No,
you rude bitch.
No, I'm being honest. He's going to give us jackpot numbers now. Because I mean,
all right, get over the jackpot numbers. Let's go.
No, it doesn't. It's not a thing for me. Like my dad's been passed away a few years. I wouldn't know. I don't know when. Like 10 years it will be for my dad. I don't know the year that my dad passed away. I actually looking at it right now. I think it's
your dad's 8-year anniversary this year.
See, I don't know that. I almost feel like my brain purposely blocks that shit out. It's like once you're done, gone, forgotten, focus on what's in front of me and what I've got. I just don't. Yeah, I get how hard it's gonna 10 years. That's just a significant thing. But it's like you've done so much. Even this year, like you've got your movie coming out this year.
Yeah,
like
Zombie Plane.
How cool would it have been to brought your dad along to that?
I know. Yeah, there's so many things that my dad would have just had like the best time with. I did get to share really good memories with him before he passed away. He came and lived with us for a while when we were in America in Austin, Texas.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was actually
the shooting
really,
range. We went to 6th Street with him.
It was actually beautiful.
We did a lot of just cool.
Yeah. memory stuff. And he actually did used to say to me, he's like, do more things. Like it's really weird. Like I look back on it and he would say like, do more things with Ross and, you know, go on picnics and do these things. And I think he was subconsciously being like, I wish that, you know, I'd done more things, or I just think he didn't want me to not create those memories. And that's actually what really spurs me on to do really special shit in life and create these moments that people are like, oh, like, why would you do, like, you know, or like, oh, like what, you know, they just don't understand those things. But that's what it comes down to. It's like my dad used to say, do these things with him, like go on these, plan things and like just have a life, like live a life. Don't just sit back and like let life happen. So that was actually like a really beautiful thing that he said to me. Even something like, he's like, do you have a shared bank account? And I was just like, yeah, well, we have our separate ones and then we have a shared one. And he's like, yeah, good. Like he literally was like, it was like he was just checking in on me and my life and like giving me all this advice. And we've always been really close and he's always been like that. But I think it, like looking back on it, it was very intentional in the way that I think he was like, I'm checking out, you know?
Yeah. So it was like, I'm just gonna share this with you before I'm gone.
Yeah, like it was.
Yeah, there was a few things there that.
Yeah. And but you don't see the signs for that stuff because I didn't know things were going on, and you know, I thought there was a time when he was staying with us, and I thought he was pissed off with me for some reason because he was a certain way, like he was a bit short.
Yeah, there was a week there where he was like actually I was did his own stuff. He even went for like a walks for 3 hours, and he was just gone. Yeah, and I know you thought that you'd done something wrong.
Like I literally remember saying something to him, and I actually cried because I hate upsetting my dad, and I actually thought I had upset him. And I remember he was in the kitchen and I was like, I literally just burst into tears and I was like, have I actually done something to upset you? I actually haven't told you this. I don't think you were even there. I think you were just like away working that day, and no, I got a tear on my thing, on my makeup. Oh, do we have tissues in here?
We were meant to get that fixed about 20 episodes ago. Where's the tissue person?
No. I've actually gotten away with pretty much never crying on my makeup in these episodes, but it's just like rocking me. Yeah, I was like, have I upset you? And he was like, no. He like literally was like, oh my God, no. And he wrapped his arms around me and he's just like, absolutely not. He's like, I'm so sorry that I made you feel that way. He's like, oh God, literally there's tears. He was like, no. He's like, I'm just going through my own things. And I do wish that, like, obviously hindsight's a beautiful thing. It's like you would know. Thanks, Jacob.
Oh, thank you, Jacob.
I've actually always managed to not cry on my makeup. Thanks, Kleenex. Drop the contacts for sponsors, future episodes.
Not just good for a runny nose, also good for very emotional moments. Kleenex.
Kleenex. Oh, no, literally, I'm a mess. This is the worst timing to, like, do this episode.
This is my
it's
Kleenex
off for us.
box.
It's off the side of the Thanks to the ASMR. Yeah, no, it was actually like a really hard moment because I had no idea what he was going through or what he was struggling with or anything like that. And I thought he was angry at me.
Yeah. I remember like that week it was like 4 or 5 days ago. We just thought, what's up with your dad? Like, he's angry. Have we done something? Or
like I literally thought I had said something or done something to upset him. And yeah, like the look in his eyes when he realized that that's how I felt and he like it made me cry. Like I don't cry about anything in life other than that stuff, you know. Nothing can actually upset me. I'm the most happy person on the planet. But yeah, like that actually like I think of these things now that there's like milestone moments coming up with this stuff and it's hard, I do think of those things. I look back on those moments and I remember those things and it's like, shit, I wish I knew, but I know that there's nothing I probably could have done to change what happened, you know?
Probably would have even been worse for us to have known.
Yeah.
Because then you probably would have even felt more helpless, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But like it still doesn't change the fact that I feel a type of way about it. I just have to feel it and move on.
Yeah.
And then, you know, just trying to like remember him in the best way possible. But yeah, it like actually really rocks me. It's hard. It's actually genuinely a very hard thing to escape and to get through. But I think having the right people around me and like doing things like I want to release butterflies on his anniversary this year and just do something really beautiful to remember him, because there's still so many people in our life who like Rani and all of our friends who were around when my dad was here. So yeah, I mean like that's probably been the hard stuff that I've had to struggle with and go through.
So does it make it hard? So you've got like, so there's a movie that you know, it'll come out this year for you at some point. Yeah, that's just what happens with movies, right? Like they say a date and then it just changes.
Yeah, it can do.
Whatever reason.
Yeah.
That's something you would have liked him at.
Yeah.
You know, to go to a premiere of that. But I mean, how was your overall, what would you say your experience with, is it first Australian film that you've done? First Australian movie?
Actually, yeah, it's first Australian film that I've ever done. It's called Zombie Plane. It's got Sophie Monk, Vanilla Ice, Cher's in it, Chuck Norris. Like Nat Bassingthwaite, Amy Shark. There are so many different cameos and like main characters in this film.
You're playing yourself.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's what they're like crediting me as Ellie, or like they said, you know, we want you to play yourself. Yeah. So, but you know, I had a little dog.
An exaggerated version of yourself.
Yeah. It's definitely like what people think of me before they even meet me and have an experience with me. It's like the very vapid,
that'd be fun,
annoying, like you know, model behavior vibe. But yeah, it was an amazing experience working with an Australian cast, because this was not long after COVID and like everything was still pretty strict. So filming was a little bit more of a different experience to what I was used to with like fighting with my family. But yeah, I mean, it was really fun. Great crew. I can't wait for it to come out. It's really funny. Like a lot of really funny like little back and forth. It's a funny zombie,
funny horror movie, right?
Yeah, like a comedy, like a kind of like a dark comedy, but there's some really good moments in there. I have a little dog.
What's the dog called?
I can't remember what her name was actually. We filmed this right after the wedding, so it's been a while. Like they're still filming cameos, I think, in the beginning of this year.
What your dog was called though?
Yeah, no, I can't remember her name. I can't remember. Yeah, honestly, like I'm having a complete mind blank.
So you filmed a few things.
Yeah.
You've done like commercials and whatever, but in terms of movies, you filmed a couple.
Yeah. Fighting with My Family was the biggest that I've ever done. Obviously, like filming an Australian movie is different to something like Fighting My Family. There was a huge Hollywood kind of like budget attached to that. We had Stephen Merchant directing and writing, Dwayne Johnson producing and starring in it. We had Lawrence Pugh, Lena Headey, Nick Frost, not Jack Frost. That's a fictional character. Vince Vaughn. Yeah. We had a really incredible, iconic like Hollywood movie cast.
So you've done full Hollywood budget movie, which is that you've done probably like
I know where you're going with this conversation.
You've done an Aussie, like an Australian, probably like top end of a production.
Yeah,
you've also done some like independent. No, is it independent?
I did one independent film before I did anything, and it was literally just to gain some experience. So I wasn't going in super green. That's like a term that people use in the movie space, that you're not like really fresh and new and it's your first movie.
Being green is a term that people use across all industries.
Okay.
If you're green at something, it just means that you're fresh.
All right.
It's not a movie.
Okay. All right. I just haven't heard it referenced in any other area. So anyway.
You learned something.
I didn't want to go into something like Fighting with My Family completely unknowingly, like this is my first experience. So I wanted to get some experience under my belt when I moved to LA. And this movie came across and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll audition for it. Like, let's do it. And it was literally one of the worst experiences of my life, like work-wise, for sure. But it was horrendous. Like dealing with the director was horrendous. We flew into Boston and had to go to drive all the way to Cape Cod. And it was the middle of winter. It was freezing. The city was dead.
Low budget. It
wasn't low budget. It was no budget, Ross. It was no budget.
Yeah.
To the point where they put us in a motel with freaking bed bugs. Like I think we got in at 1 o'clock.
It was like 2 o'clock at night.
Yeah, 2 o'clock in the morning.
So we were trying to be really quiet because we knew all the crew had that motel.
Yeah, they booked out the whole motel.
So we were trying to be quiet and be respectful.
The shit-tell, I should say. It wasn't even a motel.
We woke up in the morning and we saw like a pile of like a dozen mattresses, probably 20 meters from the back of the place.
And then all the whole crew and the cast were like, there's bed bugs at this motel. And I woke up and I saw the motel and I was like, there is no way I am staying. And I'm not high maintenance. I am not high maintenance. We were there for 2.5 weeks, maybe like two.
Bit over a week.
Yeah, a bit over a week. Okay.
Like 10 days.
Yeah. Anyway, one day is more time that I would spend in this disgusting place. It was honestly just the most foul, disgusting place I've ever stayed in my entire life. It was horrendous. And I'm low maintenance. Because I just sleep in those rooms. I don't care. I've done that my whole life in hotels.
This is the place to sleep.
But it was literally so horrendous. It was like something out of a horror movie.
Which is what you were filming.
Yeah, exactly. So
they should have just filmed a mockumentary.
It was on brand. Anyway, I think that the one thing that really I think pissed me off the most about this movie, and it was so funny because you were there with me as my manager. So we ended up moving hotels. We went to a different motel that was better. It wasn't like by all means anything nice, but it was
the place we were staying at
didn't have bed bugs.
Was like $50 a night. The place that we went to was like $70 a night.
Yeah.
It was
no bed bugs.
Minimal difference.
Just the difference was they didn't have bed bugs and it was like a little bit cleaner.
Yeah.
Anyway, we start filming and I think like maybe the second night we're filming it's a night shoot, so we film all the way through the night. We start at like maybe 10 o'clock and we'll wrap at like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Anyway, we start filming and it was my second day and the director pulls me to another room. You weren't away from you. And he's like, oh, can I talk to you for a minute? And I was like, yeah, of course.
Yeah, so we're filming, this is when we're filming in the two-story house, in the house?
Yeah, in the house.
So I'm downstairs with the rest of the crew, director, you, camera guy, sound guy.
Yeah, I think we were up talking about wardrobe or something and he's like, oh, can I have a chat to you really quick? And I was like, of course, yeah. And then he pulls me aside. And just the way he did it was so sly. But he said, oh, and he's got this thing in his hands and it's like, it looks like an agreement. And I was like, what is going on? And he's like, hey, I think the next scene that we shoot of you, you need to be topless. And don't, quote me word for word, but that was like what he was saying, that he wanted me to be topless. And I had a no nudity clause in our contract for this movie because if I do something nude, it's on my terms and it's something that I dictate and something that I want to do. And I knew there was a lot of things that I wanted to do. So I was like, I'm not going topless for a movie like this, not for a role like this, not
for just some dude's like special little project that he wants to make. And
Treats magazine, on the other hand, was one of the only times that I've ever been like topless for something that was very editorial and beautiful.
Naked. You weren't topless. You were fully naked.
Yeah, but you didn't see everything.
Nude.
You didn't see everything.
You were nude.
You didn't, Ross.
Fully nude.
Beautiful. It's so creepy. Beautiful editorial coffee table book.
It wasn't.
Daniela Midend shot it. She's this incredible fashion photographer.
No one's looking at those photos being like, oh yeah.
I don't know, Ross.
No. No, there's not.
Some girls have actually sent me screenshots of it and been like, yeah. So anyway, so he pulls me aside and then he tries to get me to sign this agreement to basically
waive the
no nudity clause. And I just said to him, I'm like sitting there, I'm like, this is my first film. Like, how do I let him down gently? Because I also am not the kind of person that you could talk into or
just doing anything.
Just doing anything. Yeah. So I said to him, I was just like, look, we have a no nudity clause in place for a reason. I think you need to talk to Ross about this. And he was he was just trying so hard to convince me. And then I was like, no, do you know what? I'll just get Ross. So I came down and got you. And then I briefly told you, I was like, hey, like, this is what's happening. There's no way we're doing this. So you had to get involved. But for a lot of women, I think in that instance, don't have someone like you there looking out for their best interests or someone at all.
They would have signed it because they would have thought they would have lost the job.
Yeah, exactly. And they don't want to disappoint people. And it's that peer pressure, you know, the pressure of someone who has more power than you at like on a movie set and things like that. And that's what they bank on. That's why they do what they do. That's why he did what he did. And it was like that just struck a tone with me. And I was like, this is just really not cool. This is not the environment I want to be in. And then when the movie, he even said like, I had nipple pasties on the whole movie and they're like, we're not going to show things. We're not going to like, it's going to be like really dark. And then I saw the movie.
You just had them on just so they could shoot without revealing. But that was never going to be included.
But he's like, it's going to be so dark. You'll only see like an outline. And I see the movie and I'm like, that was a lie. Like that was literally a lie. And I was like, you like actual dickhead. Like that is just, it's such a low blow and a low move for someone to promise that and then do something completely different. And it's funny, like, and I'm not even going to say the name of the movie. We've had to try and strike her from like IMDb because when this came out, I was like, I'm really not happy about this. Like this is just this has gone against what I have requested and what we have said.
You wouldn't want anyone else to have been in the same position that you were in to create the character that you did.
And I would never want someone to be like, that's a good director because they've worked with her. Yeah. Because my experience wasn't that way. Yeah. And the way that the movie turned out was not how it was told to me, but like it obviously taught us a lesson in dealing with people in the future. However, and I'm so glad I put those nipple pasties on because I almost wasn't going to because of the no nudity clause, but I feel like they would have literally put it in there and then been like, you know, back then, 2015 or something like
back then.
Yeah, like 10 years ago. Like, you know, you're going to hire a lawyer to sue us and the movie's already out. Like, what are you going to do? You know, like be a real dick about it.
I think that the directors or people like that would bank on those sorts of things.
They
because
would
it is
for sure.
It's more hassle and challenge. And
110%. Yeah. Like it's honestly disgusting the things that people do in that industry to get. Like they had other women in that movie topless. So it was like, why me? Like, why do you need me to be that person? You know?
It's pretty good.
So yeah, like it was honestly just because and I'll never support it. I'll never say what it is. And when it came out, I was like, "There's no way I'm promoting this movie. Like you're on your own." And
remember, we got an email.
Oh, truly, I was like, "You can actually go fuck yourself." And I don't say that to a lot of people, but like, I think we just ended up being like, "Yeah, no, we're not promoting this." Like,
we just didn't respond to any of the stuff.
Okay, yeah, all right, yeah, but yeah, it was honestly really disappointing and just disgusting behavior. To be honest, like it was really low.
Were you surprised? Surprised?
No, I'm look, you learn as you go, and those were experiences we had to have for a reason, obviously, because in future projects that we did, movies, like things that we did, we would have tighter clauses on. And obviously, if I ever did anything topless that I didn't want things out, I would draw smiley faces on them so it wouldn't look like I was naked. So yeah, if you like, don't try and go and see this movie. If you actually really do want to see me naked, go and buy my Treats cover. It's fantastic. It's beautiful. And I actually consented to being naked in that cover and feature. Yeah, I consented to it because really I didn't consent to what they put in that movie. Period.
I can't really remember. I mean, we watched it once. I can't really remember. I know.
I was horrified.
What is this?
I was literally horrified when I watched what they put in. But yeah, like shit happens. We learn a lesson from it, and like I would never work with that person again. I would never say to other people to work with that person, and that it is what it is. You know. Yeah.
Moving on. Chapter closed. But this year when we do go and see Zombie Plane, I mean, that's something that you would invite friends and family and stuff. Like you want to.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's something you genuinely enjoyed filming?
Yeah, it was actually really fun. And
was that a week? How long were you?
No, a few weeks. I was there. Like, yeah, I was was at the studios for a while.
Okay,
It's a cameo, you know. I'm not like this main character all the way through.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really fun, and I love doing projects like that. Just something that I really enjoyed doing, and I'm very passionate about.
Do you know what you're not passionate about?
What?
Running.
Yeah, no. I'm absolutely not passionate about running.
So we did a 3K yesterday. So we're doing 3 to 5Ks every day for 30 days.
Yeah.
In some form of variation. So yesterday,
I just want to say Ross prompted this. I did not prompt this. This is not something.
Yeah, I was kind of waiting for you to commit to something with me, so I have someone to like hold me accountable and work out with. Like I love that. I love working out with. I love like. You know, I love if you were to say, yeah, all right, cool, we're going to smash our 3K. Let's go, babe.
Yeah.
Like, okay. All right, babe. Yes.
I think the last running challenge I initiated.
5K day.
Yeah, 5K day.
A 5K day. That's a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. But it was great. It was awesome. But yeah, I'm not a big running fan. But,
running sucks.
You know, it's just cool. Something cool for us to do together. It's something cool for everyone to be kind of involved in because
get your workout done in under 30 minutes as well.
We've run a half marathon. I did it in 2 hours and like 16 minutes or something in Hawaii. And then I stopped running, and then getting back into running is the hardest thing in the world to do. It's literally like it sucks. And I don't want this to dishearten anyone, but like when you
do it though,
when you are running a lot and then you try and get back into it and you're like, oh my God, like why is this so hard? It's disheartening. It is. Like I feel it all the time when I stop and I try and get back into it.
Yeah. I noticed it.
Honestly,
I noticed it yesterday when we started running that first 3. When
I had to stop.
Babe, you're sweet. If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million bucks right here, if I had $1 million right here, and you couldn't stop, you would have made it.
Ross, I'm about to get my period. I would have been like, that's not enough money. Literally, that's
more
what I would have
zeros.
said. Put more zeros on it, and maybe I'll get up and walk. But I had to stop because I was like my lower back pain and my boobs, just everything was on fire, and it just hurt.
But I think,
we did it. We got it done.
But it's important to do the things that suck.
Yeah, exactly. That's what gives you real growth in life. And the endorphins that come from running, and also like the body transformation from running is so insanely good.
So good.
Like the aesthetic side of things. I know that's not something that everyone's meant to sit here and push these days.
I've been running for 2 days.
In 2025.
Look at this.
That is.
Look. See?
Calm down,
it's
Arnold.
It's all from running.
All right, yeah. But like the aesthetic side, it's awesome. It is actually really good. And the endorphins that I get from it. What other
workouts do you do the workout consistently for 20 to 30 minutes non-stop? Like in a 3 to 5K run.
Running cardio is just like another thing.
You do not stop.
Yeah.
Whereas weights, reps, whether you're doing 8 sets,
you do
20,
stop.
whatever.
Pilates.
You breathe it, yeah.
You still get little breaks.
There's always a breather. Running is a constant.
Yeah.
Running, if you can trick your mind into believing that you need to keep on putting another foot in front of the other.
Exactly.
And just keep on like tricking your mind. I've got to keep going.
Do you know one thing that I do that I really love that keeps me really motivated?
No, I don't. But please tell me.
With running, like I feel like a lot of people go to look down when they run, but if you look ahead and look at where you want to run to, that's actually really helpful. But also having a really good playlist of music. Because I notice such a difference if a slow song comes on and then a really good song comes on. The improvement in my pace for that kilometer is so vastly different.
Yeah, see, I like long music, like tracks that are like Eric Prydz.
Cyrus D.
Eric Prydz, yeah. So which is Cyrus D. So 7, 8, 9 minute tracks, which is a K and a half.
I literally listen to the Substance.
Two and a half,
Substance album,
which is 2.5 minute. They're 2.5 to 3 minute tracks, and you're just starting to get going, and you got like 400 meters to go, and you're like, oh, change song. Like listening to that song from the Substance where it's like, have you ever listened to have you ever thought yeah, no, but it's like, you know, the intro is like, have you ever imagined a version of yourself? And that's you. More beautiful. Just like, yeah, more beautiful. Like, yes. More fit. No, it's actually really funny. But I think for us, it's not about distance. It's just about the consistency and showing up for each other. It's a nice way to show up for each other every day, because I know one day I'm not going to, like yesterday where I was like, I was struggling. Because I know one day on the day we start, I don't want to do it. Just because I was on my period, luteal phase, Ross. How many hours today? Anything outside of... How many times did I message you today and say... when are we running?
Anything outside of luteal phase and period, I am like I'm the one that's like, bitch, get in the car. We are going to the gym.
But
literally. But this week, nah. You count me out.
But you did it though.
Literally.
3Ks.
But that's where your partner, listen to me though. That's when your partner shows up for you. Like when you're having a shitty day and you're feeling like absolute garbage and you don't want to run, that's when your partner shows up for you.
Yeah, like, get out of bed, you fat bitch. What are you?
Not the emphysema laugh.
What?
Literally, I was like, Ross, stop doing that.
Sorry.
Literally, I love it when you actually make me laugh like that, but it's the most embarrassing laugh in the world.
So we go for our 3K run. Hey, you fat bitch. Like, no, I've never said that.
Because no, you would never.
It's like, no, we committed to it. Let's commit. You're right. You're so spot on that. It's not about the K. Let's just commit to consistency.
Finish your sentence. It's not about the.
It's not about the 3 to 5Ks. It's about committing to consistency.
No, it is.
If you
discipline, consistency,
1K,
and showing up for each other.
Half marathon. It's just you're saying I'm going to do this every day for 30 days. Let's go.
Doing that half marathon together was actually so awesome.
It's beautiful.
But the lead up, I think I only ran like 9 times. And there was a point that I got to, I'd only run like 8 kilometers and that was the most. And half a marathon is what, like 21 Ks? I'd never run 21 Ks in my life. And then one day you were like, you actually really got up
We were like a week away from flying to Hawaii to do a half marathon, and the most you'd run was like 7 Ks.
No, 8 Ks. Yeah. That was that was the most that I ran. And then you had a go at me.
Yeah, I was like, babe, what are you doing? Like, we're literally going and running 3 times the distance of what you've done. Do you want to go and like maybe try and do like a 15 or something?
I got the...
And you were like, no, it's raining.
It made me so mad. I actually picked up the car keys, got in the car, drove down to the side of the water. Rain. It was like torrential. It was like a hurricane. The water, the drops on my skin felt like little needles. It was raining that hard. I ran a 15. It was a 15-kilometer run.
Everything.
No, this is definitely ovulatory phase. It was a 15-kilometer run, and I came home.
You smashed it,
soaking wet.
Yeah,
and you're like, and I was like, I came in. I'm like,
you were so smug. And you're like, yeah, I just moved. Yeah, I could do 50K.
Like I didn't even talk to you. I came home and I like put a pizza in the oven.
Yeah, you did dinner.
And I put my feet up against the wall and I was just laying in the kitchen. You walked in and you was like, how far did you run?
Yeah.
And I was like,
and you were like, what? I'm so glad you asked.
I literally was like, as if I grabbed a microphone and I was like, 15 kilometers. And he was like, literally looked at me. He's like, no, you didn't. And I was like, no, I did. I ran 15 kilometers. And he's like, in the rain. And I was like, yeah, bitch, never underestimate me. Never make me, and I swear you did this on purpose because you knew it would spur me on.
Sometimes you got to challenge you. Sometimes they got to challenge you to bring out the,
Tell me I
can't do that. I'll do that. Like,
tell me, babe, tell me I can't do something and I will do it.
Vanilla cake.
I will do it twice and take photos.
See this vanilla cake, babe? You can't make this. Okay?
Shut up,
you can't make this vanilla cake. You can't make this vanilla cake with icing. It takes too much expertise, knowledge, passion, and excite. You just can't do it.
Nah, watch me.
Leave the house for 2 hours, come back to a fresh vanilla cake.
I'm not baking you a cake.
I'm going to make
Bake
this
it yourself. I'm not.
Speaking of cake, can you smell onions?
I actually can.
Smell onions?
Did you just make food?
Did you just cut onions?
They're actually delicious. So I'm ravenous.
There's the onion factory next
ravenous.
door.
Yeah, the one that made me cry before.
Burley Onion Co.
But yeah,
if you guys want good onions, Burley Onion Co. Check them out.
Organic.
.com.
Free range. Onions.
.com.
Hormone free.
Plenty of trauma though.
Yeah, exactly.
They load up those onions with trauma when they're cutting them. They talk about it's like you, like, look, my dad died 10 years ago.
That's what this onion has inside of it.
Literally,
dead dad trauma,
trauma infused tears.
Yeah, so we're doing this challenge, right? So if anyone wants to join us, it's 3 to 5 Ks a day.
Yeah,
like you don't have to do it in any kind of a time. You can run, you can walk.
So yesterday we did like a 3K leisurely.
Yeah.
Pace. It was like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Today we did some sprints. We did a 400-meter sprint, 200-meter crew, walk.
Yeah.
400 and did that for whatever.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do 4K tomorrow.
Yeah.
Between 3 and 5K every day, nonstop.
Yeah. I just love the endorphins that I get from running. It's the best feeling in the world. I remember sitting in the car with you one day being like, do you know what? My heart is literally, I'm so happy. Do you remember that day? I was like, I'm so happy that I could cry. Do you remember?
No. For what?
I was like, I feel so good. Like I literally feel so good. I could feel like I burst out of my skin.
From a run in Redland Bay.
Yeah. I was like, I feel like I could burst out of my skin right now. That's how running makes me feel. Like it's actually so
something
great.
you can do pretty much everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't need a gym, don't need a membership. Some certain places, like I would, when we lived in LA, I wouldn't.
Yeah, always
want
keeping
you to
safe when
leave
you
the house.
run.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
but I run on the treadmill at the gym as well, and like you just put a really good playlist on, and you can just smash it. I always just pretend like I'm like on a runway. I know it's oh my god, that's so cringe. For real.
What? I always just pretend I'm on a runway. You fucking running it. You
so
running down the runway? What do you mean?
No, it's like
I'm doing 5-minute pace, guys. Check out my couture.
I don't even know.
Check out this couture at 5-minute pace.
I don't even know why I even said that. No, I just think I'm like, I'm like, yeah.
No, I know what you mean.
No,
I know what you mean. I think you mean that running gets you to the runway.
Yeah, exactly.
As in, you need to put the work in to get to that. And when you're on the runway, because I know I've seen you on a runway.
That was so cringe. I'm so sorry.
When I see you on a runway,
I'm embarrassed for myself. I have secondhand embarrassment for myself.
No. Like when you open up for the
even Jacob laughed at me.
He left the room. He was like, not here.
Daisy was laughing at me. Look at her. She's laughing. She's like,
no, when you did that, when you open up for Fashion Week, for the swimwear,
I think of how good I feel.
Yeah, no. So when I saw you, I felt that what you were thinking of was like, fucking nailed these runs. Yeah. Nailed these workouts. Yeah. And like, I could see you thinking like, I worked for this, I earned this.
No, for sure. No, I just put a really good playlist on. I just smash it out. And I'm like, this is like, I'm a bad fucking bitch. John Wick.
I'm a bad bitch.
John Wick. Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise. I'm like the female version of Tom Cruise when I'm on a treadmill. Always running.
Wow. I would have gone with the Equalizer, Denzel Washington.
No, iconic. He doesn't run in those movies. He stands there and he like
doesn't fucking need to run.
Anyway.
Because he's that good.
Next week.
Doesn't need to run.
Next week, we got Alicia Bridger, our amazing wedding planner, on for a Q&A. So anyone who wants to know, like ask any questions for Alicia, wedding or events based, any questions about our wedding, our vow renewal, like please send in because we will answer them with Alicia. Yeah. She is one of the top 20 wedding and event planners in the world.
Top 17.
But yeah, she is unreal. And if there's anything that you want to ask advice on.
She's just a great human who she's a human who wants other people to experience events the way that she knows that they can be done.
Exactly.
And she literally facilitates the fuck out of all of that.
Yeah.
She's incredible.
Yeah, she is absolutely amazing. So I'm really excited to have her on. We'll talk about the vow renewal. We'll talk about the wedding, answer people's questions.
We've got Michael on soon.
Yeah, Michael.
This guy sold his business for over $1 billion.
Don't give too much away. We can talk about that next week when we have Alicia on.
But I can talk about it now. But he sold his business for over $1 billion in the health and fitness space, health and wellness.
I actually don't think he's done a podcast before.
He's never done a podcast.
Honestly, it's going to be a really amazing chat with him. He is one of the most brilliant, like beautiful people as well.
That you also probably would have never have heard of.
Yeah. But he just the most like low-key amazing person.
After listening to him for an hour, you'll be like, oh, I've actually been impacted by something that guy's done because of his brands and the stuff that he's done.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited about that.
100%.
That'll be cool.
That's going to be an amazing
Do you have
chat.
any more surprises for me that I need to be aware of?
Why would I tell you what I'm surprising you with before I surprise you,
Good
idiot?
point. Daisy?
Jesus Christ.
Does she have any surprise?
No, I'm low-key planning like our 5-year like wedding anniversary as we speak, but you'll be in on that.
That's good because I'm planning our divorce.
We'll be. Could you imagine?
Hey, Alicia. I want like a good
divorce party.
I want about 600 people, and I want to celebrate our divorce. It's done. It's over.
It's a divorce party. She's planning, and then she'll plan my funeral. Glass cabinet.
Glass box.
It's done. I'm writing. This is my final request. Like even like if it doesn't happen, I'm coming back from the grave and I'm going to be like a sleep demon that's going to haunt you and for the rest of your lives.
Could see that.
So honestly, if you don't hold Ross and Alicia to this plan, I'm going to
don't hold me to it.
Paralysis demon the shit out of you all.
As soon as you die, I'll just call Alicia and be like, "Oi, mate, here's a picture of a dead body. Do with that what you can."
Handle it.
Yeah, literally.
And you all better be wearing black. You better be in the morning.
Years. I'll be wearing black for
veils, black veils.
I'll be wearing a veil.
I want to be wearing white.
I'm going to wear a top hat. I'm going to wear a pastel. I'm going to wear what you didn't want us to wear at the wedding. I'm going to wear a top hat and a cane to your wedding.
I'm going to see them and I'm going to be like, I'm sorry, wait 1 second. Get out of my glass coffin. Come and just knock the top hats off, kick the canes out of people's hands and be like, now I can fucking die
Tip
in
the top
peace.
hat, walk
Thank
up,
you.
have a look.
I swear
Alex,
to God.
great makeup.
No,
Hattem,
that is
great hair. Stephen, you dress her well.
Mate, there's going to be
perfect model, not even moving, dead.
If I do not
Tip the
don't
top
look
hat,
perfect,
swirl a cane.
there is going to be it's going to be bad for everyone.
Hey,
I'm
everyone
just
else,
saying.
come and see it.
Make sure David the medium's there and he's telling everyone how I feel.
David will be the one. He'll actually,
Daisy, you tell him.
Hurry. Your funeral.
Come here.
Glass coffin. All of us. Some guests. David would be like, you know how they've got the
Can we do
sign
like a
language?
taxi?
You know how they've got those sign language people? That'll be David.
Yeah.
Instead of sign language, it'll be, hang on, what I'm
captions.
feeling from Ellie is actually she's saying, fuck
furious.
you. That's a bad angle. Turn the lights up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How I talk to Jacob
Alex, my
about
left
the lighting.
Alex, my left eye.
Blast me with the good Kardashian light, please. Yeah, and the Kardashian filter, like everything.
Look, on this, please just don't die. This is why I want to die before you.
Can you like
I don't want to plan
taxidermy
your
Daisy
shit.
if I die before her and like if she dies because she'll die of a broken heart, obviously. But like, can you taxidermy her and put her in my coffin with me?
Yeah. Because you die, I'll kill our fucking dog.
No, I'm not saying kill her.
And make it into a stuffed animal so you can go quietly.
She's mad, man.
Yeah.
Like, look at her. She's furious.
Great idea,
Come
wife.
here. Daisy, I'm just joking.
If we have kids, by the way, can you stuff our kids in our coffin too? Like, seriously.
It's okay. I'm just joking. Mummy's not going to die. It's
Anyway.
okay. It's fine. No one's dying.
Let's wrap this stuff up and let's move on to Alicia and the fun people.
We're excited for you guys to listen to Alicia next week. We love you. Thank you for joining us.
No, I don't know you, so I'm not going to say I love you.
Well, I love you guys.
I appreciate you for listening.
Daisy loves you. Yeah, it's dinner time. Hey, we're going to go get some din-dins.
Yes.
All right, guys. Peace. We love you so much. Do all the things, like, subscribe, share with all your friends. Talk if you want to plan a funeral and drop your comments about how you want your funeral.
Controversy. Say that we said some stuff we didn't just to get other people to listen. Whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
Whatever you need to do.
Make it happen. All right. We love you guys. Thanks
Peace.
for joining us. See you next time. Yeah, Daisy, say goodbye. Good girl. Thanks for listening to In Real Life. If you'd like to show your support, you can subscribe on Spotify and follow the podcast on Instagram at the IRL Podcast. And don't forget, you can watch full episodes on Spotify or YouTube. We'll catch you next time.